Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Atia, and today I decided, you know what, let's do an impromptu book haul. This is not like all the books I've bought during self-isolation, because I've been in self-isolation since March, as have a lot of us, and this just has no real origin. It's just some books that came in the mail today. I was like, you know what, I'm excited about them, so let's talk about them. The first two actually are by the same author. So we have A Spark of Light and Small Great Things by Jodi Picoult. And the reason I picked these two up is because a few weeks ago, Nick Stone was doing this series of discussions on her Instagram, and one of her guests was Jodi Picoult, and they were talking about these books. So as I was watching that discussion, I looked up these two, and I'm just going to quickly read the synopsis. So this is the synopsis for Small Great Things, and it says, Ruth Jefferson, a labor and delivery nurse, begins a routine checkup on a newborn, only to be told a few minutes later that she's been reassigned to another patient. The parents are white supremacists and don't want Ruth, who is African American, to touch their child. The hospital complies, but the next day, the baby goes into cardiac arrest while Ruth is alone in the nursery. Does she obey orders or does she intervene? Ruth hesitates before performing CPR and, as a result, is charged with a serious crime. Kennedy McQuarrie, a white public defender, takes her case, but Kennedy insists that mentioning race in the courtroom is not a winning strategy. Conflicted by Kennedy's counsel, Ruth tries to keep life as normal as possible, especially for her teenage son. And as the trial moves forward, Ruth and Kennedy come to see what they've been taught their whole lives about others and themselves might be wrong. Not the only reason, but I picked up this book because it came highly recommended by Nick Stone, and I trust Nick Stone's reviews and assessments, especially when it comes to stories dealing with race. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. This one, A Spark of Light, says the warm fall day starts like any other at the center, a woman's reproductive health services clinic, its staff offering care to anyone who passes through its doors. Then a desperate and distraught gunman bursts in and opens fire, taking hostages. After rushing to the scene, Hugh McElroy, a police hostage negotiator, begins making a plan to communicate with the gunman. To his horror, he learns that his 15-year-old daughter, Wren, is inside. She will share the next intensest few hours of her young life with a cast of unforgettable characters trapped alongside her in the clinic, including the disturbed individual himself. Told in a daring and enthralling narrative structure that counts backward through the hours of the standoff, the story traces what brought each of the very different individuals to the same place on this fateful day. How do we balance the rights of pregnant women with the rights of the unborn they carry? What does it mean to be a good parent? A Spark of Light will inspire debate, conversation, and hopefully understanding. So yeah, that's that. That's those two. Next up, we have Tigers, Not Daughters by Samantha Mabry. What I know about this is I think it follows 4 sisters. Yes, 4 sisters. They've lost, well, 3 of them are still alive. They've lost, is she the oldest? I don't know. But they lose a sister, and then the sister starts haunting them, I'm pretty sure. It's a very short synopsis, so I'll read it. The first time Anna Torres came back as a ghost, her sisters weren't there. A year later, Jessica, Iridina, and Rosa, still consumed by grief and haunted by Anna's memory, start noticing strange things around the house. Laughter without a voice, shadows cast by nothing, writing on the walls. None of them have seen Anna, but they know she's trying to send them a message, or maybe it's a warning. So yeah, this is shorter than I anticipated, so I might pick this up fairly soon and, kind of breeze through it. Next up, we have All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. I used to own this book, not gonna lie. I read/listened to a few of Jason Reynolds' works. I wasn't that enthralled, and so because of that, I unhauled this. Nick Stone did a conversation with the other author, Brendan Kiley, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this book a try just based on what they were saying in this conversation and what they were talking about. And so I hope that this delivers, especially because this is the second time I've bought it. So there's that. Oh, what is this about? This is about 2 kids, one black, one white, And the black kid, Rashad, is, I think he's accused of stealing, and then he experiences some police brutality. And the white kid, Quinn, saw his best friend's older brother beating the daylights out of a classmate, and then he doesn't tell anyone. And then the school starts to divide on what happened, and Quinn realizes that he can no longer be a bystander. And I believe it's told from their alternating points of view. Yep. Quinn, Rashad, yeah. So told from their alternating points of view. So I'm reinvigorated to pick this up again. Next up, we have Meet Cute Club by Jack Harburn. And this is about Jordan Collins, who doesn't need a man. When he needs is for his favorite author to release another one of her sexy supernatural novels, and more people to sign up for the romance book club that he fears is slowly and steadily losing its steam. He also needs for the new employee at his local bookstore to stop making fun of him for reading things meant for grandmas. The very last thing he needs is for that same employee, Rex Bailey, to waltz into his living room and ask to join the Meet Cute Club. Despite his immediate thoughts, like laughing in his face and telling him to kick rocks, Jordan decides that if he wants this club to continue thriving, he can't turn away any new members. Not even ones like Rex, who somehow managed to be both frustratingly obnoxious and breathtakingly handsome. As Jordan and Rex team up to bring the club back from the ashes, Jordan soon discovers that Rex might not be the arrogant troll he made himself out to be, and that, like with all things in life, maybe he was wrong to judge a book by its cover. Okay. This is an independent publisher. Ooh, Sweet Rose #1, which means there are going to be more. So if I like this, I can look forward to more books in this series. This is going on my desk, so I can read it fairly soon. Same with either one or both of those, Jody. I guess all of these books I want to get to soon. Ugh. Reading is so hard, guys. I will say I'm very glad I'm out of the reading slump that I was in before. So now I'm actually reading. I mean, like, press makes it sound like someone like is forcing me. I'm being, I don't know what I'm trying to say. What's the point of reading if you have no vocabulary? Kidding. I'm kidding. Next, we have Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. And this, the blurb says, a symphony of black womanhood, her language spills over the page. And this follows, it is a magnificent portrayal of the intersections of identity and a moving and hopeful story of a group of black British women. Girl, Woman, Other is populated with unforgettable characters, from a lesbian playwright to a jaded school teacher to a non-binary social media influencer. Sparklingly witty, centering voices we often see othered, and written in an innovative, fast-moving form, this is a polyphonic social novel by a masterful writer who has finally been lauded at the level she has long deserved. That's awesome. I was saying the other day I think I was talking to someone on Instagram, and I was saying how for some book synopsis, you can tell the person has never read the book, especially when you then read the book and you're like, this synopsis doesn't fit. And I'm saying, authors should write the synopsis themselves. But then you won't get synopsis like these. Like, this makes me think, like, okay, this author, like, is about her business, and, so, I don't know, it's weird. I guess, I don't know, should authors write their own synopsis? Or maybe not. Because I know people would be so like, oh, I shouldn't put my accolades, blah, blah, blah. But I'm really excited for this. I guess this whole stack of books is just going to sit someplace very near me so that I get to it quickly, because now that I'm rereading the synopsis for all of these, I want to read them again. Next up, we have The Trouble with Hating You by Sajani Patel. This is about Leah Thakar is a successful biochemical engineer, takeout enthusiast, and happily single woman. The moment she realizes her parents' latest dinner party is a setup with the man they want her to marry, she's out the back door in a flash. Imagine her surprise when the same guy shows up at her office a week later, the new lawyer hired to save her struggling company. What's not surprising, He's not too thrilled to see her either after that humiliating fiasco. Jay Shaw looks good on paper and off, especially if you like that whole gorgeous, charming lawyer in a good suit thing. He's also infuriating. As their witty office banter turns into late-night chats, Leah starts to think he might be the one man who truly accepts her. But falling for each other means exposing their painful past, of course. Will Leah keep running, or will she finally give love a real chance? I hope I'm in the center of the frame this entire time. Last up, we have Tiny Imperfections by Ali Frank and Asha Humane. And this says, at 39, Josie Bordelon's modeling career as the it black beauty of the 90s is far behind her. Now director of admissions at San Francisco's most sought-after private school, she's chic, single, and determined to keep her 17-year-old daughter, Etta, from making the same mistakes she did. But Etta has plans of her own, and their beloved matriarch, Aunt Viv, has Etta's back. If only Josie could manage Etta's future as well as she manages the shenanigans of the over-anxious, over-eager parents at school, or her best friend's attempts to coax Josie out of her sex sabbatical and back onto the dating scene. As admissions season heats up, Josie discovers that when it comes to matters of the heart and the office, the biggest surprises lie closest to home. I'm imagining this is a romance, even though they do not mention the dude in the synopsis, because there's another person on this cover. But yeah, another one that I'm excited about. Alright, so these are the books that I hauled. Oh my goodness. It's 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm excited about all of them. Some more than others, but I really hope to get to these. Maybe I'll try and put some of these in my July. Oh, I'm putting this down. Oh my goodness. Put some of these in. Maybe I'll try and put some of these in my July possibility pile. We'll see. It's halfway through June when I'm recording this, like exactly halfway. It's June 15th. So maybe I'll end up reading some of these this month. Who knows? We never know. I'm a mood reader to no end. So yeah, if you like this video and you want to see more hauls, make sure you give this video, what are words? Who knows? Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, what are some books you recently added to your collection? What are you excited to read this month or going on in the future? Make sure that you're subscribed and that you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I release a new video. All right, that is it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I ain't living for the moment. You see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like a Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me, I'm in the sky.